And we are back. Thanks for clicking on the link. Welcome to Good Energy. Enjoy the content, and everyone have a blessed day. And we're back, guys. Welcome to Good Energy, where we talk sports and tennis. And another good day of predictions. Of the 8 total predictions I gave out, 5 of them were accurate. And that's actually my worst day of the tournament so far. So still pretty good. But let's take a quick review at the matches today. Paula Badosa over Kvitova. That's a match we had. Now, I wasn't sure which Paula Badosa would show up. I did say she would win at least a set, and she would probably win the match, which she did. Good job to Paula Badosa. She has a chance to win this whole thing. Iga Swiatek and Elise Cornet. I told you guys, take Elise Cornet to upset Swiatek. I've been saying that the last 3 days on the channel. Go look at the videos, loud and clear. The official prediction was to take Elisa Cornet 5.5 games, even return. Unbelievable. Simona Halep in straight sets, that was an easy one there. Tan on the spread, that was another easy one there. That entire side, 4 for 4. This next side is where things got a little tricky. Jessica Pegula, injured thigh, did not look good against Martic. Now look, I said Martic owns a head-to-head 4-1. I said there's a good chance Martic could win the match. However, I felt Jessica would pull it off, but it proves anyone can be injured any given time. Rybakina over Zhang, that's a match I said would go over, and Rybakina would win. Both of those came in. Golf won the first set and choked. Amanda made good adjustments. Now look, I know Amanda has the power to hit through anyone's defense. Golf proved she could not handle it. And I mean, the head-to-head is now 1-love, but Golf had a collapse. And the same with Krejcikova. However, Krejcikova re-injured her ankle. That's understandable. She dominated the first set, tweaked her ankle in the second set, and that's understandable. Isla Tomljanovic played good tennis. And look, someone's injured, you know, they can lose. And we have to understand that injuries happen. It's professional sports. But personally, I took Krejcikova to win the first set. I felt her best tennis would come in the first set. There would be no advantage to taking her on the match. But nonetheless, she ended up losing the match. Let's get into today's preview and prediction, guys. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start things off with a bang. That's right, a lock to start things off with. Marie Bouzkova. Now, these two ladies played just last year. That's right, they recently played last year. And this is a match where this is probably going to be the best match of the day, to be honest with you. They played at Birmingham, where Bouzkova won that match in straight sets, 6-3, 6-love. That's right, gave Caroline Garcia a big fat donut. However, I must mention to you, Caroline Garcia was not in great form then. Right now, she's probably in the best shape I've seen her in, at least going back 4 to 5 years, maybe even 5 years. And look, the reality here is Caroline Garcia playing amazing. She is on a 8-match win streak. Really quick, in case you don't know, she's beat Zhang, Raducanu, Mazaki, Bianca Andreescu, Elisa Cornet, Lisicki, Rakimova, and Sasnovich. The only loss she's had out of her last 10 matches is Bolter, who was playing very well herself. On the other hand, Marie Bouzkova, she's on a 3-match win streak. She's won 7 of her last 10. Some of the good notable wins she's had out of the 10. Allison Riss, look guys, that's a good win. Allison Riss plays very good on grass. Danielle Collins to start Wimbledon off. That was an amazing win, someone that's very powerful. Yastremka, Pliskova, and Kovinik. Those are all great wins coming from Marie Bouzkova. On grass, Caroline Garcia, she's 42-23, 10-2 this year. She is hot, peaking at the right time. Marie Bouzkova, 3-1 on grass, 15-12 overall on grass. Not a great grass player. She's primarily a hard player, 17-6 this year on hard. 25-9 this year overall for Marie Bouzkova. Very active. Caroline Garcia has recently turned it on. She's 17-11 this year. Take away her 10 matches on grass, and she's got a losing record, guys. How is this match gonna go? That's the big question. Everyone's listening to know who's gonna win this match. Well, first you're dealing with two different contrasting styles. Marie Bouzkova is a defensive player. If you follow the channel, you know she's one of my favorite players. She's not a huge ace person. She only gets one ace per match, that's right. But she does make a couple double faults, and early on in this tournament, her serve was not looking good at all. She saves 55% of her break points and converts opponents at 39%. And in terms of her return games won, she's winning 36% of her return games. Caroline Garcia, her serve is keeping her in this tournament, hands down. If her serve's not on, she's not going to win this match. Caroline Garcia is averaging just under 7 aces per match. In terms of double faults, she's committing 4 double faults per game. She saves 65% of her break points. She converts opponents when she has them essentially broken or the opportunity to break them. She converts them at 39.1%. In terms of her return game, she only wins 21% of her return games. There's an opportunity right there for Marie Bouzkova. There's a path to victory. If she is solid and holds serve, she's going to win the match. It's simple as that. She holds about 72% of the time. So the reality here is there's going to be 1 or 2 opportunities, very few, for Caroline Garcia to break. And history shows she's probably going to need at least 4 of them to successfully break Marie Bouzkova. The official prediction in this match, I'd like this match to go over 21.5 games. That is a lock. Extremely comfortable and confident with that pick, so enjoy it. Enjoy that lock over 21.5 games. If I had to pick a winner, it's simple, guys. If Caroline Garcia plays how she played against Xiao Zhang, Marie Bouzkova will beat her. Heather Watson and Julie Namier. Look, another match of unseeded players. I mean, that's pretty much the theme in this tournament. And look, Heather Watson owns a head-to-head. These two played earlier this year in Monterey, and it went 3 sets. That was a really great match. It was a thriller. Heather Watson's 18-17 on the year. She came into this tournament with a losing record, having to come through qualifiers, and she hasn't made all of them. 5-3 on grass this year. Overall, she's 58-48 on grass. Jules, she essentially got her start this year on tour. She's making her first Grand Slam appearance here. 4-2 on grass this year. And in terms of form, look, Jules won 8 of her last 10. Sharenko, Kontaveit, and Wang. Those are the 3 victories here. Heather Watson, underdog, again in all matches. Yuvan, Wang, course patch. Someone has to win this match, ladies and gentlemen. Jules a 2-1 favorite. That does not make any sense whatsoever. It just doesn't make any sense for her to be a 2-1 favorite, considering Heather Watson recently beat her this year. Heather Watson averages about 3 aces per match. She's winning 61% of her service games, 33% of her return games. First serves won, 62% for Heather Watson, and I think that's going to be a huge stat. Heather Watson saves 51% of her break points. She converts opponents at 53%, and return games won, 33%. Keep that in mind as I give you that pick for this match here. Julie, she averages 5 aces per match, Pretty good server. She wins 67% of her service games, 22% of her return games. Keep that in mind. When she has opponents under those pressure points, she only converts at 30%, but saving 55% of her break points. These two ladies have played before, and they have different styles. A couple things I want you to realize. Julie is a versatile player. She loves to mix it up from the baseline to the net. Heather Watson is much more comfortable playing in between the lines, but she can hold her own on the baseline as well. Julie is the better server. However, a couple key stats. Julie's return statistics are horrible. Okay, and if she is going to beat Heather Watson, she's going to have to score on her second serves. She's going to need points on those. However, I think the key here is Heather Watson breaks opponents at a 50% rate. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Heather Watson is breaking opponents at 53% when she has the opportunity. Julie, on the other hand, only 30%. I think that's going to be your difference maker, coupled in the fact that the home crowd is going to be all over Heather Watson, just like that 2016 match with Serena Williams, where Heather Watson had match point. The crowd was booing Serena. This is a chance to go to the final 8. That crowd is going to be insane for their hometown local. Heather Watson, not only does she perform better under pressure points, I think she's in better shape. She's more fit, and it's all about the pressure points. I like Heather Watson getting 4.5 free points. Those are too many free points. That is the official lock. Take Heather Watson on the point. If it dropped down to 3.5, that's still fine. I like Heather Watson on the points, and I think Heather Watson wins the match. All right, the next match here, we actually have a seeded opponent. That's right, Jelena Ostapenko. She's going to be taking on Tatjana Marie, and Ostapenko's a 12 seed. And these two ladies have never played before. That's a common theme in this tournament, especially with the Russian players not being able to attend. We're going to start with Maria. Look, Maria, guys, very active here. She's 8-4 on grass. Overall on grass, she's 54-26. This year's 37-17. She's playing a lot of tennis, 3-match win streak, winning 7 of her last 10. Jelena Ostapenko, look, we've seen her capture titles on grass. She's 8-2 on grass, 14-18 overall on grass, 24-11 this year, has won 8 of her last 10. Now, Jelena Ostapenko plays the tougher competition. We know that. There's no doubt about that. Tatjana Marie has been playing a lot of lower level tournaments, but hey, she has to get in where she fits in. She wants to make a comeback on tour, and it's a shame she's not going to get credit for these points. That is the sad part about this tournament. That is a very sad part about this tournament. But nonetheless, she's not a huge server, but she holds serve. She wins 80% of her service games. 80% of her service games. She wins 80% of her service games. Okay, I had to say that a few times. Listen closely. 36% of her return games. When she has the opportunity to break her opponents, she converts at 36%. That could be higher. She saves 55% of her break points, which don't happen often. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Jelena Ostapenko, huge serve, big racket, super drama, big racket, right? We know that. A little over 3 aces per game. She wins 70% of her service games, 40% of her return games. Okay, guys, so she goes for it. Whether the pressure's on or not, she goes for it. She saves 58% of her break points, converts 49% of her break points. Tatjana Marie is getting 5.5 games. That's too many. I don't want to go any further with any more stats. She's getting 5.5 free games. That's too many for someone that's going to play defense and make Jelena work for each point. The longer the rally goes, the more mistakes Jelena's going to make. Tatjana Marie is a defensive player. She's a rally player. She's in great form. She's getting 5.5 games. That's the lock. Simple and plain. And finally, the last match of the day. But when I say finally, I mean we have a match of two seeded players. Elise Mertens ranked the 24th seed here, and Ons Jabeur the 3rd seed here in this tournament. This is the main event. This is going to be a great match. These two ladies have played only once last year at the US Open. Elise Mertens won that in straight sets, 6-3, 7-5. Ons Jabeur wasn't playing that great then, so two different forms right now. Elise Mertens not playing that great, but still getting through. I tell you guys all the time, Elise Mertens has favorable draws at the slam. She's going to get through rounds because of her ranking. It's normally between 25 and 31, and she'll have those favorable matchups because Elise Mertens is really a top 15 player, highly skilled, numerous championships, singles and doubles. But Elise Mertens is only 17 and 13 on the year. She's 4 and 3 on grass, with 3 of those wins coming in this tournament. All right, she was 1 and 3 on grass, but she's beat Kerber, Yavardi, and Camilo Osorio. Good wins. Ons Jabeur, on the other hand, she's hot. She's extremely hot. We know that. She's 33 and 9 on the year. Only one that has more wins is Iga Swiatek. She's 8 and 0 on grass. She hasn't lost. So what makes you think she's gonna lose here? Right? It's gonna be pretty tough for her to lose here. She's beat. I definitely like the win over Diane Perry, but Kawa and Bjorklund, she's supposed to win. But going back to Berlin, Belinda Bencic, Coco Gauff, Sasnovich, Muchova, those are great wins. Those are amazing wins. Elise Mertens, I've been saying something doesn't seem right with her. I don't know if she's injured. Something doesn't seem right. She seems a little off. She's not her normal self. But she's averaging just under 4 aces per match. But she's giving that back in double faults. She's making a ton of double faults, about 6 per match. She can't even get the ball over the net sometimes. Only holding and winning 65% of her service games, 38% of her return games. That's pretty good. So she's feeling more comfortable returning these days and serving, which makes me think she's a little injured. She saves 48% of her break points, converts opponents at 46% when she has a chance to break them. But the return games won 37%. That's a number that is in my mind, because the reality here, she is gonna have to win return games if she wants to beat Ons Jabeur. Ons Jabeur serving pretty good as well. She looks good in all areas. Okay, she's serving just under 5 aces per match. She's not giving them back in double faults. In terms of double faults, under 2 per match, winning 72% of her service games, 42% of her return games, breaking opponents at a 52% rate, saving her break points at a 58% rate. This match here, Elise Mertens, normally when she plays most opponents, she's a better two-way player. Right now, I can't say she is. Ons Jabeur is in the best shape of her life. She's thin, she looks good, she's mentally focused, she's got a great attitude, and she's winning very impressively. Elise Mertens is getting a lot of points though. She's getting 5.5 points. That's a ton. That's a ton. Can Elise Mertens beat Ons Jabeur is a real question. And this is definitely the toughest match to pick, because she's beat her before at the US Open, but that was on hard. Now, each of these grass courts are different. They all play different. Hard, look, Elise Mertens, the better athlete. I take her on hard any day. This is a match I like the first set to go over 9.5 games. Like the first set to go over 9.5 games. That's the official prediction for this match. If I had to pick a winner, there's no way I'm picking against Ons Jabeur. She's playing too good. I think Ons Jabeur wins this match in straight sets. And that's just what it is. She's going to win the match in straight sets, but I do like the first set to go over 9.5. That's the conclusion for preview and predictions for the first half of the round of 16. This is Good Energy, guys. If you listen so far, please like the video and join me as I cover each match with the live reporting. Donate to the PayPal, like the video, and I'll see you soon.